Cleaning, dealing with reviews, solving problems. Cleaning your short-term rental, step by step. I ran a cleaning business for 15 years, from 2005 until early 2020. Until COVID came around and shook my little tree hard, I had around a dozen regular clients that I cleaned regularly. Several had been with me for all of 15 of those years. Except around 2 years when I took time off to have my second child, all of the cleanings were handled by me personally. I specialized in residential cleanings and customized each cleaning to my clients' unique needs. I handled deep cleanings and regular maintenance cleanings, so when I say that I know how to clean a property, you know I have the experience and capacity. You may not be interested in cleaning your STR, and I totally get that, but I would ask you to consider doing it, if you have the time and the ability, for at least a few turnovers before handing it off to someone else. I suggest this for several reasons. 1. It gives you an idea of just how long it takes to clean your STR property. 2. It is an excellent skill to have in a pinch. There will be issues with cleaners. Losing a cleaner, having to hire another, and knowing what needs to be done can really help. 3. It allows you to keep good tabs on your property. You will notice issues better than anyone else. 4. It can save you a lot of money. Approximately 40% of my total earnings would go to cleaners if I didn't clean the property myself. Honestly, I make good money for a few minutes of work, and with my STRs just steps away from me, it makes financial sense since I am working from home. This might not be the same situation for you, and I understand. I can clean Cottage West in 45 minutes, and the Hetty Lamar Airstream takes me around 15 minutes, and considering I'm earning $50 to $65 in cleaning fees for Cottage West and $25 for the Airstream, that's a decent amount of money for right at an hour of work in a day. However, it may or may not make sense for you. If you don't end up cleaning your STR, make sure and schedule regular check-ins so that you can maintain a high standard of care for your property. Look for dust and molding, and just check the general level of cleanliness overall. Unlike a standard residential cleaning, turning over a short-term rental is a little different. Whereas I never changed the linens or washed laundry in my cleaning biz, I certainly do now. I also wash dishes as needed and restock supplies and keep track of what I need to buy more of. However, we can still break it down into easily accomplished steps. But first, let's talk about what cleaning supplies you need. Below is a basic list of supplies. I will admit that I have always preferred to use as few chemicals as possible. Humans seem to spray a lot of crap into the air that we don't need to be breathing, and with many guests being sensitive to scents and strong chemicals, it makes sense to keep it as green as possible. It is also better for your bottom line. Here is what you will need to clean your STR on regular turnovers and the occasional deep clean. A high-low extendable duster with fan blade attachment. Microfiber cloths, washable and reusable. Paper towels. Blue scrub sponges. They are non-scratch. Comet cleanser. Simple green. Glass cleaner or water, which is what I use. Vacuum. Broom and dustpan. Mop and bucket. Enzyme floor cleanser. I suggest having these on hand in the STR at all times. Guests will often try to clean up if they have made a mess, and who are we to interfere with that? I usually keep my supplies in a clearly marked cabinet in the kitchen. The bigger pieces, vacuum, mop, duster, are on a tool rack in the corner of the laundry room. Read on. Here's your step-by-step guide to cleaning and restocking your own short-term rental. Regular cleaning. Quick walkthrough. Before beginning your cleaning, take a moment to walk through the property. Is there anything missing, broken, or damaged? Note and take a picture. A phone that you can take notes on is essential. I have a running to-do list on mine for supplies, fixes, etc. Laundry. The absolute first thing I do after a quick walkthrough is to gather the laundry. This is especially important if you have laundry facilities there in the property. You can pop a load into the wash and then work through the rest of the house to get it prepared for the next guest. Cottage West has a washer and dryer. I start the load washing. By the time I'm done cleaning the house, the wash is done and ready to be put into the dryer. I actually leave the house while the load is still drying and just fold it later at the next turnover. A note in the laundry room explains this to guests, and I keep a spare laundry basket there to put the clean laundry in if they need to use the washer and dryer. Bathrooms. Bathrooms are incredibly important to guests. They don't want to see smudges on the mirrors, dirt, hair, or stains of any kind. Because we are at our most vulnerable, i.e. naked, in bathrooms and bedrooms, these areas must be pristine. Surfaces. Begin with wiping down all surfaces with a clean, damp microfiber towel. Look at the fronts of cabinets, especially around the handles, for prints or toothpaste. Mirrors. Clean the mirrors. I typically moisten a microfiber with water, then follow it up with a dry microfiber. I try to keep my chemical usage down to as low of levels as possible. Toilet. Spray down the toilet from top to bottom, and the floor as long as it isn't carpeted, with simple green, and then wipe it down with paper towels, getting all the marks, hairs, etc. off of the toilet. I usually sprinkle a little Comet cleanser in the toilet bowl and scrub it out with a toilet brush, including up under the rim, before flushing it all away. Toilets should be spotless in your STR. Seriously, this is a trigger point with guests. Sink. Wipe down or scrub, if necessary, the sink. Make sure the drain is clear of all hair or detritus. Shine the sink hardware and wipe down any spots of toothpaste and more from hardware and the wall above. Pick up any dish soaps and wipe them down, removing water spots or pools of water from any part of the sink. Bathtub shower. If you have hard water, consider using a tub tile cleaner spray. I use Simple Green, spray it around our clawfoot bathtub, and scrub using a blue scrub, non-scratch sponge. Rinse thoroughly, removing any stray hairs. Check that the drain is operating correctly and that it isn't draining slow. Restock. Open cabinets and check your levels. Is the shower stocked with shampoo, conditioner, and body wash? Is there a full bottle of hand soap on the sink? Do you have enough toilet paper? I keep at least 4 rolls on hand in the bathroom and another 8 or more in the supply cabinet in the hallway outside the bathroom. We also stock a variety of analgesics, generic Excedrin, Tylenol, and Advil by the 2-tablet packet, 3 packets of each, along with Q-tips, individually wrapped toothbrushes, toothpaste, sore throat lozenges, flossers, cotton balls, and plenty more. I've set it up to make it easy to check their numbers and restock as needed. More on that later. Kitchen. Wipe down all surfaces, not just for crumbs, but also for dust. Small and large appliances. Wipe down the insides of small appliances, microwave, toaster oven, etc., and the outsides as well. Look for fingerprints, food particles, stains, and eradicate them. Sink. Rinse out the sink, or give it a good scrub if needed. I suggest a blue scrub sponge and Comet. Table and chairs. Wipe down the table and chairs, including under the edges of the table, salt and pepper shakers, etc. Dishes. Give the dishes and glasses a once over. Even when you have a dishwasher, things can stay on your dishes, like lipstick on a wine glass, for example. Make sure everything is sparkling clean, or redo it if necessary. Refrigerator. Check the inside of the refrigerator and freezer for food and more. I recently found glass shards in a freezer. Yikes! I'm guessing a guest was trying to cool down a drink and it didn't end well. Wipe away any food or dirt from the shelves. A note on condiments. I put in a fair number of condiments when I started Cottage West, and along the way, other guests have added their own. I leave them there, as long as they aren't past their expiration date or show signs of any spoilage. I leave them there for guests to use. Anything like milk or leftovers I get rid of, but not the condiments. Restock. Make sure the soaps at the sink are full and that there are plenty of napkins, a variety of sweeteners. We carry sugar, saccharin, sucralose, aspartame, and stevia packets. Coffee, spices, and more are available. I also make sure no dishes are broken or chipped or needing to be replaced. Bedrooms. As I mentioned above with bathrooms, bedrooms should be immaculate. Your guests want to sink into bed and sleep, or do other things, with a feeling that they are safe, comfortable, and well cared for. How can you help them feel that way? Beds. Strip the sheets from the beds and examine the sheets, blanket, the quilt, comforter, or coverlet for marks. I do not wash the blankets or quilt with every turnover, but seasonally or as needed. Make the beds, straighten any bed skirts, tuck everything in nice and neat. I usually add a tray with 2 towels and washcloths neatly folded, along with my 2 business cards, one for the cottages and one for my author business. Dust and tidy. Dust anything that needs dusting. Straighten items. Is everything where it is supposed to be? Clean any mirrors. Restock. Does each bedroom have what it needs? We stock a set of earplugs on each side of every bed, including at least 1 Kleenex box per room. Each nightstand has a coaster for setting drinks on, a notepad and pen on a nightstand, and I make sure that each bed has at least 2 sets of bath towels and washcloths waiting in a bed tray. All other common spaces. Dust is needed, looking especially for hair and crumbs. Straighten wall art, books, games, organize anything that is out of place, plump couch cushions, fold any throws, and prepare the common spaces for the next guests. This is also when I water any plants, which are a bonus to any STR, as long as you have short enough stays that the plants won't die due to neglect. Trash. Combine all the trash into the kitchen trash and remove to the outside bins. If needed, replace all smaller lined wastebaskets with new liners. I often reuse a liner, except for the kitchen trash, if it appears clean. What can I say? It saves a few dollars and reduces waste. Vacuum and mop. I think this is pretty self-explanatory. Vacuum the entire property and then mop as needed. Take photos. Why take photos? Evidence and insurance. If you are very lucky, you won't get any ne'er-do-wells in your STR. But if you do, and they try to claim crazy stuff that isn't true, abscond with items, or damage the interior of your property, the photos can really come in handy for submitting a claim to the booking platform, or even for stopping a scam in its tracks. Take 1 to 2 photos of each room, and then delete the photos after the 4-week mark has elapsed. That's basically the regular, everyday turnover in a nutshell. Really, it isn't too bad. There is also the occasional deep cleaning that should happen, which I will talk about next. I suggest doing this on every 1 to 3 months. If you find that your property stays spotless, you can extend it to once every other month or even quarterly. No matter what, the occasional deep cleaning will keep your property in the pristine shape it should be in for your guests. It is also an excellent opportunity to note any areas that need painting or wood that needs touching up. Let's look at what you will need for a deep cleaning. Deep cleaning. Quick walkthrough. Take a moment to look with a critical eye for missing paint, gouges that need repair, floors, furniture, and more in need of improvement or repair. Staying on top of these will ensure your STR looks just like the pictures promise your guests that it will. And if things change, get moved around, or are replaced, be sure to take photos and upload them to Airbnb. High-low dusting. For this you will need an extendable duster that doubles as a fan blade duster, if you have ceiling fans. Use it to clean your fan blades off, along with the glass covers on any lights. Run the duster along the tops of all walls, where the wall meets the ceiling, where cobwebs like to congregate. Run the duster along the baseboards to each corner and under all furniture. Molding and door frames. Take a magic eraser to molding and door frames. Look high and low. The low areas are often easy to miss, but if your guests have pets or small children, that's where the marks are going to be. Windows. Clean the insides and outsides of the glass windows and examine the curtains on at least a quarterly or biannual basis. Wipe down the inside track where bugs and dirt congregate. If you can't schedule a down day for the property, consider having backup sets of curtains and wash them at least 1 to 2 times per year, or as needed. Couches and chairs. Remove cushions and vacuum up any hair, food, etc. Examine the cushions carefully for food, stains, or damage. Insides of cabinets and closets. Reorganize supplies and wipe down the insides of all the cabinets, drawers, and closets. In the kitchen, take the time to remove the silverware organizer and wash that down. Same with the dish strainer, or if you have it, the inside of the dishwasher. Take photos. Have you changed anything? Moved furniture? Switched out any decor? Now is the time to take photos to update your listing. Now that I've covered regular turnovers and deep cleanings, I hope you feel competent when cleaning your STR. However, there may be times when you need cleaners, when you need to be out of town, or when you simply don't want to do your own cleanings. I get it. I really do. Let's talk about what you need to do to hire a service. Hiring a service. You want to hire out the turnovers to someone capable of handling it. I completely understand. Eventually, when we have all 4 STRs in operation, I will be hard-pressed to keep up with the cleanings of all of them. I will also need to hire some of the work out. Right now, I only need a cleaning service once a year when we fly away on our week-long vacation to the West Coast. To date, I hired another host for 1 year to handle the cleanings. I returned that first year to a layer of dust throughout Cottage West and a stray hair in the bathroom sink. I'm very particular about cleanliness with my STRs, and that just didn't work for me. The next year, I hired a friend known for her obsessive cleanliness. My friend was just the exacting level of clean I needed. I hope that I have properly described how clean a property needs to be and how important it is to your livelihood and future bookings to ensure it is up to guests' expectations, because you will need to make that point crystal clear to any individual or company you hire to do turnover cleanings for you. Here are some things to consider when retaining a cleaning service. Location. How close are they to your STR? You want someone who is close and easily accessible. Someone who is far away will have high fuel costs. Experience, especially with STR vacation rentals. How much experience do they have, and are they familiar with the different cleaning needs that vacation rentals must have? Communication, ease of change. How easy are they to get in touch with? Are they responsive? Can they accommodate last-minute requests? Cost. The lowest cost for cleaning services is not always the best, nor vice versa. You will also need to look at whether you are going to pay by the job or a certain amount per hour. Both have their pros and cons. If you pay by the job, they may be inclined to rush through, and if you pay by the hour, your cleaners might take their sweet time. This is one reason I suggest doing the cleanings yourself, so that you have a reasonable expectation as to the time an average cleaning will take and ultimately cost. I know I am extremely efficient and fast. Just by reading others' average times of completion, I know it will take someone else longer to clean my properties, and therefore I will need to adjust my cleaning fees should I ever outsource the work regularly. Reliability. Can you depend on your cleaners to show up when they need to be there and finish before the next guest checks in? Reviews and recommendations. Always ask for reviews or recommendations from other clients. I frequently had clients I would ask to provide recommendations for my work, and several gave me standing permission to share their contact info with any potential new clients. Scalability. As you scale your STR business, the least amount of time you spend on scheduling, the better. Will your cleaners be able to keep up with new opportunities? If you're still texting, calling maids for every turnover, it's going to be very time-consuming. You also do not want to have to find, vet, and hire new cleaners every time you list new properties. Basic requirements of a cleaning crew. As a business owner, I make sure that anyone cleaning for me is clear on what I expect of them when they are cleaning one of my short-term rentals. I let them know they should make all the beds, clean and put away any dishes, provide a thorough clean of the toilets, showers, and bathtubs, empty all trash and recycling cans, sweep, mop, and vacuum, wipe down counters and high-touch surfaces such as door handles and light switches. The above services are the minimum a cleaning crew should provide. However, as an STR host, you want your property to go above and beyond. When selecting a cleaning crew, look for companies that offer these additional services, either within their flat rate or as add-on packages. Deep cleans. Once a month, a cleaning crew does a thorough cleaning of the entire property that includes those hard-to-reach places. Washing linens. Providing a laundry service will ensure there is always a fresh pair of sheets for each bed. Help with property damage. If the crew notices damage to the property, they will communicate it to the host, take photos, and potentially create a temporary solution. I suggest your cleaning crew take photos of the space between every guest. Report inventory. Hosts often provide the cleaning materials and can lose track of what is remaining. A cleaning crew can report back to the host when the inventory is low. Whether you are cleaning your STR, outsourcing, or a hybrid between the two, keep in mind that your reputation as a host can rise or fall depending on the level of cleanliness. It is often the primary source of guest concerns and remains one of the most important parts of running a successful short-term rental. Let's talk now about a few negative situations I have encountered while hosting and how I dealt with them.